Okie dokie. Today we're going to be talking about a clipping method that allows you to phase through any wall or any door anywhere in the entire game. And in turn, this allows you to complete entire worlds, like Lasam, in less than 5 minutes. Now there are numerous uses for this, like speedrunning, but it can also be a matter of convenience. Say you're at the bridge with the water harp puzzle before Ravager, and you don't want to go through the dungeon just to activate the water harp. You can clip through the door and activate the water harp without ever going inside, and then just go straight to Ravager. Say you don't have all the soul sparks, you can just clip right in and debate free will with Talratha. None of the bosses in this game are actually contingent upon any story flags, but rather physical flags that you trip by reaching their location. Meaning this doesn't break your story. I've done this over 2 different campaign runs, and you'll still get everything that you should from the world, including labyrinth fragments. Now before I get into exactly how we do this, I did just want to show it in action, which is why I've had this Lasam run in the background, just to demonstrate that you can access the Nightweaver fight within 2.5 minutes of starting Lasam. And it doesn't even have to be the Nightweaver fight. Like at the beginning of the video, I was demonstrating how you could clip through the Beatific Palace door and go straight to the Phelan fight. That's even faster than Nightweaver, although that door is slightly different. We'll get to that. But on to how it actually works. The concept is that we want to place the turret from the engineer archetype against what you want to clip through, but you want to leave enough space for your character to slip by. When I say enough space, it needs to be close enough to the object that when you try to slip by on your character, you can see that there's an invisible force that pushes you. If you don't see this force, it's not close enough. However, it can't be too close, because if it's too close, you obviously can't slip by. But the idea is, if we were to draw a line from the turret to you, you would want to slip between the turret and the object that you want to clip through, and pick up the turret the moment that the line is perpendicular to the door. If you can pick it up right at that moment, and if the turret was close enough, 9 times out of 10, you're going to clip through. If you pick it up too early or too late, that line that we're imagining isn't going to be perpendicular to the door. And so the exact position that it's going to put you at isn't going to be far enough behind that collision wall to actually clip you through. And when you do that, it's going to look a lot like this. If you start seeing your character get elevated, you know you're on the right path, but the timing is just a matter of practice. You will get it. It gets significantly easier the more you do this, which is why in the Lasam run that I demonstrated earlier, I was able to clip through the door on the first try, but some walls or doors are different. Thin walls are extremely easy to clip through. They are very forgiving in terms of when you have to pick up the turret. Thick walls or multi-layered doors are a lot more tricky. You have to be extremely precise in when you pick up that turret. And even then, it's not going to clip you all the way through, it's just going to put you inside of the layers. But once you're inside of the layers, you can turn around and place the turret in the other direction and keep placing it and picking it up, placing it and picking it up, and it will slowly pull you forward until you phase through that object. Which is how at the start of the video, I was able to get through the Beatific Palace door. Now, credit where credit is due, unlike the Oracle Farm, I did not find this one on my own. This one was discovered by a Redditor named Shootley, who found it with their friend. However, I haven't seen a single person talk about this, and if I had to guess, it's just because people don't understand how to make it consistent. And I don't blame them. This is an extremely fucky clipping method, but it's really not that hard to get down after you've used it a few times. If you have any questions on how this functions or any troubleshooting, let me know down in the comments. I hope that we can see some crazy fucking speedruns with this, if not some other stuff. I really haven't seen too many, or any, Remnant speedruns, and that's understandable given the procedurally generated aspect, but this clip would allow you to bypass most of the problems that would arise from being procedurally generated. So I'm curious what we'll see once more people are aware of this. It is extremely likely though, however, that it will get patched, just like the high five clip. And the dog clip. And yes, the dog was used for clipping.